your eye on him. Billing in a 24 kart. Big slider from Curvers. They go 3 wide in the L7, kart 54 for Trenta. Look out, here comes Billing. Billing up the inside, are you kidding me? Billing puts the move on Trenta, and you have a new race leader. Can recommend the Maggie's Pizza. It is absolutely fantastic. The meat lovers, you run across the field of 200s for a piece.
Better start this time. Green, 200 open. This is an exciting few laps coming up. No doubt about that. Blindingly, they rip up that back straightaway and up into Carey's. Not time for a breath on that straight at all. Back through the right-hander. And then through your final bend. You're out of breath just watching these things rip around. Ryan Rodder out of Port Pirie, showing them how it's done. Then it's Benjamin Bull, Ben Edwards, Scott Bickle, Talitha Stott, Cameron Palmer, Blake Atkinson, Haley Morton, Brad Gertz, Barry Heinrich, Lisa Walker, Gary Duff, Corey Broham, Adam Sterling from Angus. It's your 14 kart field here in the 200 open heat race number 1. Rodder on point right now. A pair go around in front of us, kart 88. Barry Heinrich, and the 69 is Haley Morton. For these guys, heat race number 1 is over. So the caution lights let them know there's a caution coming up in that final corner. We stay under green, but those yellow lights around the track signaling that there is that caution up ahead. So back into turn 1, and they're under the due care of Rodder, Ryan Rodder from Port Pirie. Dishing the smackdown so far, but they're closing in just a little. Benjamin Bull in kart number 22, the Bullet. And the 200 open is closing in ever so slightly, but it's lap after lap. He's just inching that lead away. Ben Edwards, Scott Bickle, Blake Atkinson goes up to 4th. Talitha Stott, Brad Gertz, Cameron Palmer. Out of Carey's, Rodder pulls away by a touch. Sterling has definite issues with the number 6. It's not running nicely at all. As Rodder sees the white flag, he'll be happy to greet that one this time. Knows he got 1 rotation left to run. Down the straightaway into that sharp, the stuttering Carey's corner. And back out into the right hand. There's no cruisy way to operate these, and Rodder absolutely shows them how it's done. Standout performance, heat race number 1 of the 200 open. Benjamin Bullholm second, Ben Edwards, Blake Atkinson, Talitha Stott from Morgan, Brad Gertz, Lisa Walker, Cameron Palmer, Gary Duff and Corey Broham make up your top 10 here in the 200 open heat race number 1. Funny to think that a 200 Open would do that, isn't it?
What is their power, is there? Heinrich and Bull on your front row. Norville, Bablek and Heinrich. Ripping speed shot. Down into turn one we run.
Yeah,
and
not going to go
off the pedal
again.
No start. Bull, Heinrich, Davis, Rodder, Ryan, Mays, Wensky, Chalmers. This is an unbelievable heat race. Walton, Tranter, Bull, Curvers, Hammerstein, his birthday it is tomorrow, Matty Varys, and Curtis Lynch. What a lineup.
Oh, the camera does a good job to even keep up with this. The way they rip into one. Heinrich.
That was so cool. Heinrich just pitched that thing in. Ran a bit wide. 3 wide out of Gary's. A little bit of argy-bargy going on right there. Heinrich, your leader. Oh, no! Davis. Cooper Davis. He spun. And that took Chalmers out of the game as well. 3 of them caught up, 2 of them innocently. And unfortunately, the 38 looped it, Liam, coming onto the main straightaway.
Yeah, gets it all unsettled, and that breaks up the field just a little. So your leader, no doubt, Joel Heinrich from the Tatiara Karting Club. The immaculate A3 BRK from Lewis Bull. Chad Rodder, Dan Wensky up to 4th. Slam and Sammy Mays in 5th. Nathan Walton, Jordan Curvers, Jake Tranter, Josh Bull, and Riley Hammerstein make your top 10.
Josh Ryan, Joe Chalmers, and Cooper Davis having to watch this one as spectators like the rest of us. No shortage of horsepower for the 200s. Chad Rodder in the distinctive number 23. Oh, somebody just locked up. Here on the main straightaway, a lock-up, Liam. And we're getting to the business end of this second heat race. Boy, they're quick, aren't they, these things? Look at Heinrich just blitzing this field from Lewis Bull. Chad Rodder, Daniel Wensky.
Yeah, that Curtis Lynch smells burnt, doesn't it? The 15, that's who had the lock up here in front of us out of the Renmark Kart Club. It doesn't smell flash by any means. It's never good when one of these motors lock up. It tends to do bad things to the other. It tends to rip them apart. And speaking of ripping apart, Heinrich absolutely doing that here in heat race number 2 of the 200 Open. Has no issues getting around his home track at Tatiara Karting Club. Big off. Does a hell of a job to keep it running. Car number 9. It's going to sift through the field a bit. That was Nathan Walton.
Yeah, one of the real characters of the game. But unfortunately, I think we lost to 21.
Yeah, Sammy Mays.
So Sammy caught up in that as well. Joel Heinrich, a walk in the park. He'll get the win. Lewis Bull, Chad Rodder, Daniel Wensky, Jake Tranter. Then back to Josh Bull. That was a good pedal from Josh Bull as well. And you can see the body language in front of us, Liam, here in this final corner. Unfortunately, 3 of them taken out early. We lost a few for different reasons.
Yeah, I think about 5 in the end.
Heinrich was on cruise mode. He was actually off the throttle in this final corner. What a drive.
So your top 10 in the unofficial results. Joel Heinrich from Lewis Bull, Chad Rodder, Daniel Wensky, Jake Tranter, Joshua Bull, Riley Hammerstein, Matt Varys, Nathan Walton, and Jordan Curvers is your final finisher.
So maybe Wensky will be Gonski in this one. We pick up the pace and we get going. The SA1, Riley Hammerstein. Boy, didn't he get a launch out of turn 2. Ripping start for the SA1. Corey Brahman, the 25, Jordan Curvers, Lisa Walker, Barry Heinrich, Talitha Stott, Joe Chalmers, and Daniel Wensky, Haley Morton, and Sam Mays.
Chalmers making the top work. He is committed up there, straight to the bottom. Joe, and something definitely had a problem. with the two, and they're all involved. Oh, that's not a good feeling to have the seat directly in the back. Work out that kart. So after the green, nice and early, they're not wasting a moment. And have a look at them go after it early. They're absolutely turning it on. Jordan Curvers blew the doors off this thing, straight into P1 in a big steer early. Put the move on Riley Hammerstein. And Curvers is your current race leader. And then Hammerstein, Lisa Walker's right in the middle of this thing. Talitha Stott as well. So Curvers from Hammerstein, from Walker, from Stott, Dan Wensky. He's set to make his mark on this thing for the first time today. Oh, is that your leader? It slows. I think it might have been Curvers. Got his hand up. Something definitely plagued the 36, and Hammerstein goes back to the front. Hammerstein in the L7. Then it's Walker in the Devil. Talitha Stott is coming after Walker now. They're bunching up. Dan Wensky out of the BRK stable up to 4th. Barry Heinrich in 5. Joel Heinrich in 6. Corey Broham 7th. Cooper Davis 8. Chad Rodder 9th. Slamming Sammy Mays. Had to rebuild the motor in the pits, and they're back out in this one. Oh, Stott squares up with Walker. They wheel bang into turn 1. And Stott emerges at the top, but here comes Walker again. Pair of crossover moves, and Stott goes to 2nd place. Down that back straightaway into the final right-hander before the white flag this time. Hammerstein to the first of the rights. Bends back around into that sharp left-hander. Up towards Kerry's corner for the final time. One of the karts are thumping. I reckon it might have been Sammy Mays. I think that motor might be playing up again. A bit of sandpaper didn't fix all of it. So into the final right. Riley Hammerstein gets the win. The SA number 1 from Talitha Stott, Lisa Walker. Joel Heinrich a big charge at the end. Heinrich goes up to 4, and Sammy Mays. The engine woes continue. And they might be putting the spare on now, Sammy. So, unofficial results, round 2, heat race number 1 of round 2 for the 200 Open, proudly presented by Fablec Fabrication and Auto Electrical, and Heinrich Performance and Tuning. Riley Hammerstein gets the win from Talitha Stott. Lisa Walker was 3rd, Joel Heinrich 4th, Daniel Wensky 5th from Barry Heinrich, Corey Broham, Chad Rodder, Cooper Davis, Sam Mays crosses the line for 10th. Importantly, got the points done. Then it was Adam Sterling, Jordan Curvers, DNF, Joe Chalmers, DNF, and Hayley Morton was a DNF in that first incident as well.
On that inside second row, Curtis Lynch on the pole. Your leader is Gary Duff. 2 wide into the left-hand sweeper in a couple of situations. Duff, you got Lynch in there as well. Out of Kerry's for the first time. Now we build up some speed. Cameron Palmer in there as well. They kick her in. Brad Geertz in the middle of all that. Challenge for the lead. It's Tranter. Holy cow. What a run that was from Jake Tranter. So Jake pulls off a monster move on the outside down into turn 1. Boy, got a busy weekend ahead. Him and Az swinging wide a little bit. This then was Duff in that 37. Geertz, strong run from him in second. Just looking for the timing to come up here shortly. 54 card on our shot just then. Blake Atkinson. Side by side off that turn. Suddenly Ben Edwards is lurking with intent. Boy, they just set up for the corner. So early. Nathan Walton. Oh, we're going to kart looped and stuck in the windrow. And Lewis Bull, he will be filthy. Just got it jammed up on the windrow. Meanwhile, Tranter, Geertz, Bull, Atkinson, Edwards. Then back to Duff. So we've lost a couple out of this and a couple of ailing entries. Cameron Palmer was trouble. Boy, Geertz. Bradley Geertz. He really got it on. What a battle this is becoming. Josh Bull. He's invested as well. Geertz. Best drive of the day for him so far. Pressure is on for third. Ben Edwards. Whoa! That was a bit of a switch up. Threw that left hand up. Now all of a sudden, Josh Bull is coming at Geertz. Checkered flag is out. Good job from Geertz. Bull, Atkinson, Edwards. And Tranter in the 45 kart locks up in front of us. That was a ripping pass on the outside. We had a few casualties in that one. Bradley Geertz, your winner from Josh Bull. Blake Atkinson, Ben Edwards. Jake Tranter still getting credited with fifth, but he's wheeling it off the racetrack and out of the way. Remote control with Carly doing the remote control driving, but when you don't see her standing next to that little kart with the twins driving, it's like, wow, are they driving that thing? We're good to go. Cameron Palmer on your front row with Atkinson. Squeeze effect down into turn one. Oh, there's some banging going on. Does everybody get through? Down low, that shot in Kerry's really gives you an idea of just how quick these karts can change direction. Sterling in the 6. I think that was Cooper Davis in the 38 kart. Neat little battle going on just then with Cooper. That crawl if you can from him out on that side. Sorry, Mitch. Working our way out of Kerry's once more. Thanks, mate. Edwards in third. Cameron Palmer in fourth. Matt Varus, the former Domino's Pizza franchisee, in that fifth spot in the bullet. Talitha Stott, Lisa Walker, Nathan Walton, Barry Heinrich, Corey Braum, Brad Geertz, Adam Sterling, and Curtis Lynch. Unfortunately, no Chad Rodder after something went wrong with the kart in the warm-up. Oh, man. Some severe attitude then from Edwards, running a bit wide in that third position. Corey Braum and Brad Geertz having their own battle, and off the back, it's a lonely ride for Sterling in the 6. Your race leader has a reasonable gap, but Cooper Davis and Ben Edwards, they're getting after it. Cameron Palmer likewise. Good little two-kart battle. Further back, between the 18 of Cameron Palmer and Nathan Walton. Uh-oh, the 6 kart just flat right rear tire, and it just zinged about 22,000 RPM. So meanwhile, white flag is out. And we have one lap left to travel. Atkinson to drive away with this. It's been one-way traffic, but look at the battle. Lisa Walker puts herself past Edwards and moves up to third. So Blake Atkinson drives away with this. Cooper Davis will get second. Lisa Walker really got ripping. She got up to third, although it just switched back. So there you go. Atkinson from Davis from Walker. Edwards, Walton, Stott, Palmer, Varys, Brahm, Heinrich, Geertz, Sterling, and Lynch, unfortunately, with their own issues further back. But wow, what a dominant performance in that Fablec. Heinrich performance and tuning, Heat 1, Round 3 of the double tonners.
How much more goes into the twin? You're trying to line up both motors top dead center and get two motors working perfectly in sync. It is so much harder than anyone might imagine.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And
So we'll go green. This time I think they're happy with the start. Josh Ryan in the S3. Joe Chalmers in the A2, tucked right in behind him. Smokin' Joe, Scott Bickle, Sammy Mays, Ryan Rodder, Lewis Bull, Gary Duff, Benjamin Bull. It is thick through the middle of this racetrack right now. Into the final corner for lap number 1, and Ryan leads your opening lap, but it is thick with traffic right the way through. We ride alongside with Rodder, Ryan Rodder. He's been up on the wheel all weekend long. Always exciting to watch as he has heavy company from Joel Heinrich in the Australia number 3 now. Heinrich ripping his way through. He was in 9th the prior lap. He's up to the top 5. The A3 is on a move. Josh Ryan in the S3. Joe Chalmers in the Australia number 2. Scott Bickle in the 14. Lewis Bull in the 17. In the Australia number 3 of Joel Heinrich. Big move up the inside. Heinrich, massive slide job. Heinrich up the inside. Rodder coming through. Ryan from Chalmers. Bickle, Lewis Bull, and Joel Heinrich. Race lead starting to heap up now, Ben Brown. They are absolutely slinging spaces. Ryan and Chalmers on screen. Smokin' Joe trying to reel in current race leader Josh Ryan. JFK leading the charge for now. Ryan tips it back in. So another lap in the books. They're short heats, Ben. You've just got to get the moves done nice and early. They're not running a 10-lap heat or anything like that. They've got to get the moves done nice and early, and that's where we see so much of that aggressive stuff, particularly on screen now. We look through Kerry's corner, and they are just winging in side by side each other. And those couple that know what it takes to hold an Australian title plate, they're the experienced ones in this field.
Oh, mate, it's absolutely pretty full on out there. You've got to try and make up as many positions you can in those first couple laps, and obviously stay out of trouble. As you can see, the track sort of gets pretty, slick towards the end of the race here, and everyone's just hammered down in pretty similar speed. So it's always those first couple of laps to get a few passes done and stay out of trouble.
Checkers will wave here in 200 open heat race number 2. And Josh Ryan stands tall, but it is just thick right the way through the tail of this field. There's 7 karts in a battle. They go absolutely bumper to bumper. And 2 very experienced operators, and that is a hell of a lap time. 26.572, the fastest lap for Josh Ryan there in the S3. Smokin' Joe Chalmers second in the Australia number 2 with a 26.78 from there. Scott Bickle, Lewis Bull, Joel Heinrich, Jordan Kervin, Riley Hammerstein, the birthday boy, Joshua Bull, Ryan Rodder and Dan Wensky lock into the top 10. Benjamin Bull, Jake Tranter, Sammy Mays and Gary Duff round out your 14-kart field for the 200 Open. Heat race number 2 presented by Fablec and Heinrich Performance and Tuning.
Joel Heinrich, Chad Rodder, Benjamin Bull, Cooper Davis, Josh Ryan and Smokin' Joe Chalmers off the back. That'll be interesting. We're green. Immediately Walton leads them. Wensky comes after him. Curvers in that 3rd spot. Boy, these things are quick, and I didn't mean to put you in while the double tonners are on. It just worked out that way, Luke.
Yeah, look, I love the field, been involved in it for many, many years. Got a few engines out there doing some high revs, but it's great to see the sport on a boom at this time of the year.
5 of Talitha Stott just got caught up coming out of Kerry's and got all crossed up and dropped a stack of momentum. Your 9 card is leading Nathan Walton, opening up the track. Oh, it's hectic. Coming out of that turn just then, Lewis Bull under pressure from Joel Heinrich, and Joe Chalmers is up to position 7 already. So we expected he was going to be charging forward. Boy, the A2, Joe Chalmers,
On the move.
coming towards a top 5 possible situation, and maybe even forward from that. Wenske starting to run down just a little bit. Nathan Walton. These karts, Luke, have got so much horsepower. If you get in trouble, you can at least drive yourself out of it.
Oh, yeah, look, this is putting about 60 horsepower, bound to pull the front wheels up off the ground and put on a great show for the crowd.
Walton still your leader. Oh, did he run very, very wide then? You can't do that with Wenske. Daniel Wenske, you cannot leave the door open. Curvers is there as well, almost 3 wide out of turn 2 then. What do they say in Days of Thunder? You can't play with Rowdy like that. He's going to hurt you.
No, definitely not.
Walton really wide at the exit points.
Tips it in.
Yeah, it's just great. That's a great camera angle that you get to watch from here at the moment. So, once again, Walton getting just tantalizingly close. Battle is on further back. I'm just looking further back to Chalmers, Lewis Bull, Corey Bram, Josh Ryan, Chad Rodder, who's had a filthy weekend so far, has Chad. So hopefully he can turn that around. White flag about to come out.
Nathan still leading, followed by Wenske.
Been a tough weekend for the Waltons so far. I know that Nate's dad is tuned in and watching the coverage back home as well. Now he's got a bit more ground. He's opened up. You're never really straight in these things.
No. And I've got to say, big well done so far this weekend to Joel Heinrich. Been fantastic there.
Well, 5 karts this weekend, 5 different classes. Nathan Walton will walk it home. He got away from Wenske. In fact, Curvers got Wenske as well. And boy, Heinrich got to 4th. Chalmers got to 5th from the back. Lewis Bull 6th. Josh Ryan 7th. Benjamin Bull, Chad Rodder, Cooper Davis, Talitha Stott, Gary Duff, and Corey Bram rounding out the top 13. Absolutely. Good to catch up with you, mate.
No, appreciate it. Thanks, mate.
Luke Morton from Renegade Racing Karts, and of course the Busselton kart as well. I just didn't think we were going to go green, but we did. Jake Tranter, Barry Heinrich, Brad Geertz, Josh Bull, Lisa Walker, Matt Varus, Riley Hammerstein, the birthday boy, Ryan Rodder, Curtis Lynch, Adam Sterling, Benny Edwards, Sam Mays, Blake Atkinson and Scott Bickle, your 14 kart field. Final heat for the 200 opens. Heat number 2, and you can just see Tranter getting away from Heinrich. Battle is on for 3rd though. Bull putting it to Geertz. Pair of South Aussies. You see Jake Tranter just floating the front end then on that 45.
Great to see.
Aren't they cool? Fablek and Heinrich performance and tuning, bringing us the 200s, the double tonners, kicking it in.
A couple of lightning cars fighting there.
Tranter, Heinrich, Geertz, Bull, Walker, Hammerstein, Rodder, Lynch. Now Riley's gone back a couple of spots there. Lisa Walker up to position 5. Considering how little laps she's had under her belt back in karts, Lisa's been very competitive all weekend and only running 4 classes.
Oh, look, I think she puts in a big effort every single time she turns away.
Absolutely. Cool speed shot right there. Your Fablek, Heinrich, 200 open. Bull is having a ripping battle with Geertz. Lisa Walker, Ben Edwards, Curtis Lynch, Riley Hammerstein, and Blake Atkinson with Matt Varus back in the top 10.
It's great to see a couple of single-engine big singles out there with Matt Varus and also Lisa Walker with the singles. Great to see them out there.
Could just see Bully keeping an eye on his brother Josh. Lynch is in that 5th spot. We're watching the 88 kart just rip through the centre then of Barry Heinrich. Won't be long till we see that white flag come out.
That battle has been going on throughout this race. Josh Bull having a look at Geertz. In fact, I think he might get him here.
It's on down the front straight.
1 to go. He got him. Good run from Bull. Floats that right front tyre off the ground. They just got so much torque. You get the thing all twisted up and you can just drive out of it.
I should get you in one of these one day, Wade.
Oh, I went for a ride years ago. I drove Mark Burford's 100 around Wagen, which was a bit of a blast at the speed that I was going, which wasn't significant. Good job for Tranter. Oh, and he locks up at the end of it. Oh, no.
Still got the wing, though.
Yeah, but you saw him toss his head back. So it might not be a good situation. Well, there's another one that's locked up. It's the SA1 as well.
Well, that's a bit on the warm side. He's,
Riley Hammerstein.
might need a bit of cool down there.
So is that a...
So he's popped the hose? Or
Yeah, I was going to say that. It looks like he's got some hot water or something like that on the suit. And wow, the medical team straight away on the job with a bottle of water.
Great to see, great to see.
To sort the grid, keep them running. Nice and smooth. Are we going to go this time? Green flag is getting
Oh, there's hands up already.
gathered, but
Hands up already, but I see the green flag is up. Let's do it. That's
They're
a
going.
great start. That's a really good launch. I think it's Heinrich that leads them down into 1. 3 wide into turn 1. That's nothing in double tonners. It is Heinrich. We set it up. Tip it in.
oh, Wensky.
Oh, man, he's just had a dog day afternoon weekend. It's been an absolute Barry Crocker. You saw Scott Bickle grinding to a halt in the 14. So it's Heinrich from Atkinson, Josh Bull, Jake Tranter. You said Daniel Wensky got caught up in that as well, Liam. He's back in 5th, Geertz in 6th, Hammerstein. Yeah, Wensky dropping down the order after being tangled up. Heinrich and Atkinson with Bull, your top 3.
Heinrich, he needs the win from Atkinson. There's 1 point separating them two heading in. So the win is absolutely on the line here. If Heinrich wins this race, he will win the title.
You're loving this, aren't you?
It's too much to compute.
Oh, boy, it's on right here. Atkinson with plenty to deal with. Oh, Bull, absolutely full send.
The door was wide open.
The gate.
You'd have to put it in there.
The bull at a gate is what that was. Heinrich is driving away. Enough time to look over his shoulder, Liam. Bit further back to Letha Stott. She's having a beauty with Jordan Curvers. Talitha has been racy all weekend, LJ. In that 4th spot in the 5 kart. Bull, he pulls it off this time. Can he make it stick? No. Stott under pressure. Curvers goes by.
Wensky is up a number of spots. He's up to 7th now. This is a big climb considering he was involved in that Carey's Corner incident. He's clawing his race back together. He comes after Benjamin Bull now in the 22. Joel Heinrich is absolutely out of there. The Australian number 3 is well and truly on his way to Australian number 1 if he wins this race. Dominant. He is miles out in front, Wade. Full straightaways distance.
Class operator on 4 wheels, no doubt about that. Ball has gotten clear of Atkinson. Curvers is coming after Blake. Oh, there was contact there. Curvers through. Oh, is Atkinson slowing? Atkinson slowing. And there's dramas for the 54 after contact with Curvers, I think. Stott now. She'll go up into the top 4. Heinrich, Bull. I think it'll be Curvers, Stott and Wensky will be your top 5. So drama. Oh man, Blake Atkinson, he'll be filthy about that, dropping down the order. Dang. White flag about to come out. Have a look, as Liam said, substantial lead. This might be close to 6 or 7 seconds.
Notable drive from Jordan Curvers, Wade. He started at position 14. He is up to 3rd in this final race. It's not going to help his points effort too greatly. He was a long ways back in the overall standings, but that is a hell of a drive in a feature race.
5 classes he's driven this weekend. Put your hands together for your new Australian champion in 200s. Joel Heinrich adds another Australian title to the Heinrich Trophy cabinet. Josh Bull will hold on for second. Jordan Curvers up to third. Talitha Stott finishes fourth. Daniel Wensky gets fifth. And Atkinson slowing in the final corner. Your heart just goes out to Blake. There was contact into turn 1. And he's out. Throws the gloves down. Please put your hands together for Joel Heinrich, everybody, as he drives around with the Aussie flag. Boy, he's been a marathon man, really, over 5 classes. Tosses the Aussie flag back. What are the chances of a donut or two, mate? You think in the 200s there's no shortage of horsepower. So Joel gets the job done. And he will have more to do later on today, I'm sure. Brucey be happy. Here he goes. Tosses her around. Gets up over the wheel a bit to keep that rear end weighted. And stalls it in the end. But well done to Joel Heinrich, your new Australian 200 Open champion.